Hello, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys, where we teach the little guy and girl how to utilize charts to manage their own trades and investments. What do I mean by the little guy and girl? Well, we just had 2 directives signed halting the implementation of a rule that requires financial advisors to act in the best interests of their client. Let that sink in a little bit. The big wigs on Wall Street can play with your retirement and hard-earned money without your best interests at heart. We currently have hundreds of members taking charge of their financial future, and we would love for you to come check out a free week with no credit card required to see if our services would be beneficial on your path to financial independence as well. What we offer, we have a separate course of over 5 hours in length on when to enter and exit positions. And in terms of what we do daily, we have nightly videos, key levels updated each morning before the bell, 2.5 hours of live daily webcam coverage in the morning and in the afternoon, and over 7 hours of educational videos. All of these links can be found in the description of this video. Come check us out. Thanks for watching. Let's get on to the technical analysis. Checking in on BABA and Baidu. Let's start with Baidu daily weekly time frame. So I like Baidu a lot here. We have been following it since we had this normal healthy consolidation. We had a breakout to start the year, normal healthy consolidation, and once this lower high, lower low pattern broke, that indicated to us that consolidation was done and that the bulls were ready to show up. So I was looking at 179 as a very key level, and we rejected from it again here on February 6th, and then we finally closed above it on February 8th, and then you can see we had nice follow through to the upside. So since that has occurred, we saw a bearish reversal doji. We confirmed it with a new higher low established at 182.28. And then the bulls continued to the upside with a really strong close to the week up at the high of the day on Friday. So the bulls are absolutely in control of the short term, and that new support level, if we break 182.28, we will look for consolidation back down, potentially even back towards that 179 level that was tough resistance and should now act as support. But as of right now, the highest price we've seen on this move is 186.75. We're certainly looking to the upside with that strong close on Friday, but we need to be wary of this upper Bollinger Band on the weekly. And we did reject from that at the high of this week, and this coming week it's going to be at about 188, 189. So we'll have to update that level, watch what that resistance is, and see we're either going to have to break out and close above it or trade sideways and consolidate a little bit. So on the overall trend, we have a very clear higher low, lower high pattern going back pretty much a year and a half, and this is the cleanest, longest trend that I can find on a whole bunch of charts looking at them, and this is just a very clear higher low, lower high pattern, and the range right now that I'm watching is 159.54 and 197.80, so we're closer to breaking resistance than we are to support, but we are not out of the woods yet. We could pull back from anywhere under 197.80 and still be maintaining this tightening trend, and we're going to see a break of this trend sometime in 2017, and it's going to give us some nice long-term direction. The short-term direction is bullish. We're still well aware that we're fitting inside this tightening trend, and we're watching the weekly upper Bollinger Band resistance. BABA has a very clear support level. We have been bouncing off $100, so we bounced off of it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. We're still hovering just above it. If we break $100, we're looking to fill this gap at 98.67. So pretty much losing $100 support is going to be a bearish trade signal, and that will be our first target of 98.67. In terms of resistance, the bulls have been struggling at 104. We have been unable to close over 104 in the past 2 weeks. We rejected 4 times. So it's pretty much a channel between $100 support, 104 resistance. And on the weekly time frame where we currently stand, we had that breakout at the end of 2016. We consolidated, and here's that equilibrium pattern you'll hear me talking about so often. We have our high, our low. This is potentially a lower high in those 104 resistance levels. And if we break 100, that will make it even more likely that this is a lower high, and we'll look to pull back and form a higher low as this weekly chart sees this range tighten following the breakout at the end of 2016. So it's a pretty important $100 support level. We're likely to test it this coming week. It will indicate a short-term bearish trade, and we will be looking down towards the middle Bollinger Band on the weekly level in a $96 range as the next level of support if we do start heading back down below $100. So liking the Baidu short-term setup more so than the BABA short-term setup, and we'll see how it plays out. The weekly charts of both of these names are very interested, especially Baidu. I'm going to be watching this one very closely for a break of this higher low, lower high pattern. So we'll see if the Baidu bulls can continue with higher highs, and we'll see if the BABA bulls can continue to hold $100 support. We'll check back in. I appreciate you watching. Have a great long weekend.